Hey everybody, this is Chuck at Scentsy, here with Debbie Pitts-Palmer, one of my favorite people in the entire world, and she asked me to do a little bit of Scentsy history. So I thought, what better way than to start here at the historic Ocean Container. This is actually where Orville and Heidi first worked their Scentsy business. So inside, it's locked unfortunately, but when we get back to the main office, we'll take a look at what it looks like inside. But I thought it was really important. Maybe you can pan around a little bit. Right, just a little bit more, right about to there. That works. So this was a small little piece of property that Orville and Heidi owned. And if you go to this building right here, that's the one that he used when he ran his fair and show business. So that's why they had the container here, and this is kind of where it all started. So when we pick up again, we're gonna be where we're at right now. Okay, so Scentsy was started in July of 2004, and in October of 2006, I came to work for Scentsy, and this was our first office when I started. This little spot here was where we did manufacturing, shipping, and administration. A couple of us took calls in, and but this is where we were until we went to the next location. So about 3,000 square foot was all that was here, and when I came we had about 7 or 8 employees. So we were very, very young in 2006. Okay, so in 2008, in the fall of 2008, we moved to this location, and pan along. The building's gonna get a little bit long, so we're gonna drive through there, but we started out just in this one little section right here. And as time went on, and as we needed to grow, we added more and more and more. So by about 2009, a couple years in, we had taken all of the building, and right here became our corporate entrance as we started taking over these other buildings. And so we started growing, and we just took over a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more of the buildings. And so I know it's kind of long, but by about 2010, we had already started building our other campus, which we're going to go to next, and started slowly taking pieces of this one and letting it go back to the person that was that we rented it from. So next stop will be the home campus.
There you go.
Okay, so we took a little detour and we went behind the buildings that we were just in front of. So pan over here. Okay, these were our loading docks when we first started. And what's interesting is when we had to get in here, there weren't any facilities on the inside. There weren't any bathrooms, there weren't any break rooms. And so for an entire winter, we had about 20 or so porta potties and wash stations out in this parking lot because we didn't have bathrooms inside. But all of the employees, were just so excited about serving our consultants that even at those times, we just made the most of everything that we did. And it was actually a time I still kind of think about fondly with some nostalgia of how much fun it was back in 2009 and 10 when we were here wrestling with this part of the building.
So,
okay, welcome to the main campus that we have right now. Behind me is our manufacturing building. This was actually an existing building before. It didn't look anything like this. It was an old manufacturing for aluminum doors for trailers and stuff. It was gray, it was just cinder blocks, had a really ugly front on it. So we kind of beautify it, but this was an existing building, and this is where we do all of our manufacturing of our bars and our room sprays and some of our other scent products. And so this was kind of the first building occupied on the campus here. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit more of a driving tour because there's a lot to see about kind of the expansion of the campus over time. So we're leaving the manufacturing part of our building, and it was interesting when we were at the second building after the container. We used to store oils, the oils that we put in our fragrance products. We used to just store those on shelves within the building. Now we have an entire building dedicated to just storing of the oils. And so that building there, we just store the oils in. Now you're going to get some pretty good views probably. It's a beautiful, beautiful time of year. And so we're going to drive down one of our main roads and get a good shot of our this is all part of our campus still. And over time, we had to add additional buildings. So over here on the left is a building that we built several years ago that now houses our employee gym, our gymnasium. Okay. Now we're going to drive by the second building that we built on the campus. Actually, the first building this is the first one we built, not remodeled. And this is our distribution center. This is where we do all of our picking and packing and some of our warehousing. And I think we might get out here and do a little bit of standing. So we'll see you in a second. Okay, welcome back. So this is our main distribution center here in Meridian, Idaho. And a couple of cool features that I want you to notice. We have a lot of people that say it looks more like part of a resort hotel than a distribution center. But you'll notice all of the glass windows on the corners. We did that on purpose so that there'd be a lot of natural light that goes out inside the building so that people that are working in the warehouse can have a lot of natural light in their life. So one of the other things that I really love about this building is you see that row of windows under the 2701. Here, we can walk that direction. So this is our cafeteria for this building. And outside of the cafeteria is a beautiful water feature. And at night it goes different colors, purples, reds, blues, whites, so that when somebody is inside enjoying a meal or just enjoying a break, they just have a beautiful place that they can look to outside. But yep, this is our main, right now it's our main shipping building. On to the next. Okay, so this is our newest building that we've built on our campus to help with the growth. This is a lot of storage facility, a lot of our products that we have. And you can tell it's new because the landscaping is really small. All the trees are small, and it kind of gives a picture of what it was like back when we built the rest of the campus. And one of the things that we love most about what we have, and as I turn around, you're going to see the older part of the campus that, just like our products, we love to be artistic and use emotion and provide feelings. We also wanted to make sure that the places that we worked evoke some of those same things. And so we love landscaping. We love the quality of the buildings. We didn't want them to just be warehouses. We wanted to have something beautiful for our community and for our employees. And so you see the new, and then you pan over here and you see the existing. And we're just really proud of the fact that we're able to put something this beautiful in the heart of a town that we love. Okay, so now we're at our main office tower that's within the campus here, and something that we're very proud of. We're basically right on the busiest road in all of Idaho, and so most people that visit Idaho get to see our beautiful campus. This building we moved into in 2013, and it houses most of all of our administration functions, consultant support, product development, accounting, finance, events, basically all of our non-operational departments do here. In the lower floor, we have a full-service cafeteria that we love to serve our consultants, and it's actually open to the public, so anybody who wants to can come eat at our campus. But you'll notice if you pan around and kind of see this big, huge field, this is a place where a lot of the community comes. During homecoming or something like that, you will see hundreds of couples here to take pictures, and it's sort of the spot to come for a lot of the teenagers in town before homecoming, to come and take pictures and kind of hang out. And then in the winter, if there's ever snow, the community comes and goes sledding down our hill. If you go online and say Scentsy Christmas lights, you'll see this campus all lit up during Christmas. It's also where we do our big charity event each year. We call it our Rockathon, and then we fill the bowl here with people from around the community and have a huge fireworks show, and as our annual charity event in September. So one of the things that we like the most is that we wanted to build a campus that the community could be proud of and share with us. Giving back to the community, giving back to our employees, our consultants, everyone, is something very important to us. So let's go on inside. So welcome, come on in. One more. So I wanted to show you a really quick overview photo, if you can post this, of what we just went through. So there was that manufacturing we talked about, and the oil storage room, and our campus. So we're right inside the campus. So when I think about this, is our main lobby. When you come in and you're welcomed into Scentsy, this is it. You'll see a few things that are really important to us. Maybe you can show this. In 2004, when Orville and Heidi decided to buy the business from Karen Collette in Utah, they decided, what do we want this company to stand for? What do we want it to be? And they created our values that we still live by today: simplicity, authenticity, and generosity. But they also wanted to create products that inspire the soul, enliven the senses. And so those things are so important to us that we put them around our rotunda, we call it. So we wanted to warm the heart, inspire the soul, enliven the senses, generosity, simplicity, and authenticity. And so, like I said, our campus is open to the public. And you can come and take tours and things like that. But the idea... So I'll look around. One of our products is our Scentsy Buddies, and so we created a full-size one for everyone that we make, and so we kind of have fun with that. But as we close this out, the idea that we went to that ocean container, and in 20 short years, we have business all around the world, in 14 different countries, all while inspiring people with beautiful products. But mainly, our only focus here is to support somebody that wants to start a small business, somebody that just needs an opportunity, somebody to back them and to try to help fulfill their dreams and reward their hard work and effort. Just like everything worthwhile, nothing's free, nothing's easy, but we try to make it simple and give you the best chance that you can have. So anytime you're in Meridian, Idaho, Boise, Idaho, please come by and visit us. We would love to welcome you and answer any questions or just have some fun. And thanks to Debbie. Thanks for coming and enjoying time with us. And we'll see you later.
Thanks, Chuck. Love it.
You know, part of our lobby here, we have a bit of a museum that kind of shows where we really came from the operational standpoint of it. So in this case, when Orville and Heidi first started, they would actually melt wax in a crock pot. And so this was a crock pot they used to melt wax with at the very beginning and created very, very small batches. I was talking about the oil storage. We used to have oil that would come in 2-gallon jugs. And now we have that whole facility that just stores oils. And so our initial shape of our bars was these. We poured it in jewelry containers and poured the wax in there and then took them out and just shrink wrapped everything and labeled it. We would hand pour our bars in these pitchers. We'd have several of these pitchers, and this was some of the original equipment that Orville and Heidi first started making wax and pouring their bars in. And these are our early catalogs. I mean, you think about all the tools we have now. Our first catalog was a flip book that the dozen or so consultants used to kind of kick it off and introduce Scentsy to their friends and their family and the world. So for the consultants out there, this is what the testers used to look like. The bigger ones we call party testers, and the smaller ones we call basket testers. And that's a good example of the first bars. That's the way the bars used to look. And these are some of the very, very early warmers.
That was my first one.
Oh yeah, Grapevine. Fantastic one. So anyway, these are just some of the early ones, some of our early tools. I think this was from 2005 when we started to get a little bit more formal. 2005 or 2005 was also when we introduced the first bar in the square packaging. And then we later on moved on to our classic curve shape in about 2009, I believe. I can't remember exactly when we moved to that, but we didn't do this for very long. And then just as we move forward, we do some great licensing things now. And so when you're here to visit, you're able to come here and enjoy our museum. Oh, and then the last thing is we went and looked at the outside of the container. This is just a picture, but this is exactly what it looks like if we were to have opened those doors. And you can kind of see where they have the labels up there and would pull the labels down after they made the bars, and the heat shrink machine that's still in there, and the old packing foam that they used to use. And pretty humble beginnings, but in the end, without our consultants, that'd still be humble beginnings. The hard work that over the last 20 years that the consultants have put in have just kept us scrambling to keep up, and we're just going to continue to do that. So there you go.